Is the weather constantly changing? Effective layering saves style and comfort. I know how frustrating it is. One moment it's chilly, the next you're overheated. I've styled women over 50 for years, and the secret isn't buying more clothes, it's knowing how to layer the right way. Stay with me, because by the end, you'll see how layering can take you from morning errands to an evening dinner without a single outfit change. And the last trick I share is one even most stylists forget. When it comes to layering in transitional weather, the first step is always starting with a light base layer. Think of this as the foundation of your outfit, the piece that makes everything else sit right. I love to reach for something fitted and smooth, like a fine knit turtleneck, a sleek camisole, or a lightweight merino top. The trick here is choosing fabrics that breathe and regulate your body temperature, because the weather doesn't always know what it wants to do. And let me tell you, the biggest mistake I see women over 50 make is starting with something too bulky. If your base layer is oversized or heavy, every layer you add on top is going to feel frumpy and weighed down. Instead, a slim base helps everything else fall neatly into place. It keeps your proportions in check and creates those long vertical lines that are instantly more flattering. Now, here's where it gets fun. Your base layer doesn't have to be boring. Neutrals like black, ivory, or navy are classic, but you can also experiment with soft blush tones or muted jewel colors if you want just a hint of personality underneath. It looks chic under a blazer, layered with a trench, or even tucked into jeans with a cardigan. The beauty of a light base layer is that it works across your whole wardrobe without adding bulk, and it gives you the option to build warmth and texture on top. And if you're wondering where to find good quality pieces that won't lose shape after 2 washes, I've added links of some of my tried and true favorites in the description box below, because a solid base is worth investing in. Once you've set the foundation with your base layer, the next step is adding your mid-layer for warmth. This is where you can really start to play with style and personality, while still keeping proportions in mind. A structured blazer is one of my go-to choices here, because it instantly sharpens your look without feeling heavy. Another great option is a cropped cardigan or a lightweight knit sweater that hits just at the waist. It draws the eye up and helps maintain vertical lines through the body. The key is to avoid mid-layers that are too oversized or long unless you're balancing them with slim bottoms underneath. Think of it like a formula. Fitted base layer plus tailored mid-layer equals sleek, elongated silhouette. This keeps your outfit elegant instead of bulky. Here's a tip I use all the time. When layering with cardigans or blazers, leave them open in the front instead of buttoning them up. Why? Because that open line creates a vertical frame that lengthens the body and makes layering look intentional. Plus, you can play with textures here. Maybe a fine cashmere knit over a silk tank, or a plaid blazer over a simple cotton tee. These little combinations add dimension without overwhelming your figure. The mid-layer is also the easiest piece to swap out during the day if the weather warms up, so think of it as your adjustable style element. Now that you've got your base and mid-layer in place, it's time to finish with your outer layer, and this is where elegance really shines. Your outer layer should be practical enough to handle transitional weather, but also refined enough to pull your whole look together. A trench coat is a classic example. It skims over the layers underneath without adding bulk, and when belted, it cinches at the waist to maintain shape. Another option I love is a lightweight wool coat, or even a chic raincoat for those unpredictable days. The formula here is simple. Fitted base plus balanced mid-layer plus tailored outerwear equals streamlined, elegant outfit. The trick is to choose outer layers that follow the lines of your body instead of fighting them. One thing I always pay attention to is length. If your base and mid-layer are shorter, go for a longer outer coat to elongate your frame. But if you're wearing a longer cardigan underneath, pair it with a trench or coat of similar length to keep proportions clean. This prevents that layer peeking out awkwardly situation that can ruin the vertical line of your outfit. And don't forget, Your outer layer is the first impression piece, the one people see before anything else. So investing in one or two timeless options pays off in the long run. I'd love to hear from you. What's your go-to outer layer for transitional weather? Do you reach for a trench, a blazer-style coat, or something else entirely? Share your favorite in the comments below, because I always enjoy reading how you style your own looks. Now here's where layering becomes truly practical, customizing it for the weather. Transitional seasons are unpredictable, and what feels perfect at 8 a.m. might feel unbearable by 2 p.m. That's why I always think in terms of flexibility. Sometimes all you need is a base and an outer layer, especially on those warmer spring days. Other times, you'll want all three layers, but with fabrics that breathe so you don't overheat. For example, I'll choose a silk tank as my base in early fall, add a lightweight cashmere cardigan as the mid-layer, and top it with a trench coat. If the day warms up, I can easily remove the cardigan and still look polished. That's the beauty of customizing. You're dressing with the weather instead of fighting it. Accessories also come into play here. A scarf, shawl, or lightweight wrap is one of my favorite ways to adjust throughout the day. You can toss it on when the wind picks up, then drape it over your bag when the sun comes out. It's not just functional, it's stylish, and it adds another layer of texture to your outfit. I also like to play with footwear, depending on the season. Ankle boots in fall keep your look grounded, while loafers or sleek sneakers in spring lighten the whole outfit. By tailoring each piece to the season, you're not only comfortable, you're also creating outfits that feel intentional and chic. And here's something else I always keep in mind. Proportion still matters, even when you're layering for practicality. For instance, if I'm using chunkier pieces, like a knit scarf or heavier mid-layer, I balance it with slim pants to keep the vertical line intact. On the flip side, if I'm in lighter fabrics, I might play with wider trousers or a flowy skirt without worrying about bulk. It's this balancing act that makes transitional layering not just functional, but truly elegant. And if you've been nodding along so far, stay with me, because the next tip might be the most important one of all. It's the difference between layering that looks chic year after year and layering that feels dated after just one season. The foundation of elegant layering, especially for women over 50, lies in timeless pieces. These are the staples that never go out of style and act as the glue for every look you build. Think black turtlenecks, camel trench coats, crisp white shirts, or a beautifully cut blazer. When you have these in your closet, layering becomes so much easier because everything works together without clashing. I always say, don't underestimate the power of a simple black turtleneck. It can anchor any outfit, whether it's layered under a blazer for the office or under a cardigan for a more relaxed day. These staples aren't just classics, they're the pieces that carry you through unpredictable seasons without ever feeling out of place. What I love most about timeless layering pieces is their versatility. A well-made trench coat, for example, can take you from running errands in jeans to an evening dinner with just a quick swap of shoes and accessories. A camel coat, a neutral blazer, or a cashmere sweater will never look dated, and that's exactly why they're worth investing in. Instead of buying into every seasonal trend, focus on building a capsule of pieces that do the heavy lifting in your wardrobe. The formula here is simple. A timeless base plus a timeless topper equals an outfit that always looks current. Trends will come and go, but these staples are what keep your style elegant and cohesive. Now, here's the part most women overlook. Timeless doesn't have to mean boring. You can still inject personality through accessories, textures, and colors. A classic trench looks entirely different with a silk scarf tied at the neck, or a blazer paired with bold jewelry. These small styling choices let you express your individuality while still leaning on pieces that you know will last. And this is the real magic of layering after 50. It's not about reinventing your closet every year. It's about choosing pieces you can trust to always make you look and feel your best. And if you've enjoyed this video, you're going to love this next one. where I dive into a question I get all the time. Do cardigans make you look frumpy, or are you just styling them wrong? It ties directly into today's topic, because cardigans are one of the most common mid-layers, and how you style them can completely change your look. Trust me, you don't want to miss it.